You ever notice that having too much information can be a bad thing or really keep you from doing things? It is Tuesday and we got thunderstorms going on. Exactly. And I wasn't thinking nothing of it. The storms, it was raining. I wasn't really worried about it. But then I seen a video and they said severe thunderstorms in your area, up to EF5 tornadoes possible. And the storm chasers are in your area. Anyways, I got to thinking, oh crap, like I went from not worried about it to extremely worried about it. Like, where are my dogs? Where's the best place to go? And the funny thing is, I was looking at the radar and the worst of it has already passed. We got some more coming later tonight, but my mind automatically went to worst case scenario, to something that didn't ever happen. Having that information is good to have. That way you can be ready for things, but it's just like working on a truck. If you're scared to LS swap it, or if you're scared to dive into something you've never done, you're looking at all the information and all the things why you can't do it instead of why you can. At least that's something that I've always tried to work on, and that I'm bad about, and I feel like a lot of people are. So it's just like if you're going to a party or you're meeting up somewhere, all of a sudden you get that text that says, hey, so and so's here. It's like you go from here to here, and not necessarily because you don't want to see that person or whatever. It's just maybe you've had a rough go with them. But anyways, what I'm saying is you end up going anyways and you make up with them, and then all of a sudden you don't have that feeling towards that person anymore. And it's the same with these constant notifications. You wake up in the morning, you open your phone, you scroll, you see a news headline that you wouldn't normally worry about, and all of a sudden you're thinking about it. It's getting you agitated. You're not really worried about it. So it reminded me of a post. COVID was a prime example. We're all running around with masks on and worried about stuff that didn't really happen. And it reminds me of one of my favorite quotes. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. So where I was going with the COVID deal, I remember seeing a post that said, has anybody told the Amish what's happening? And I got to thinking about that. They don't have the TV. They don't have phones. They don't have all these constant feed of information or things that they don't know being fed to them to make them feel a certain way. And, everything's fine. So maybe take a break, especially if you get a lot of like work emails. Turn your notifications off. Maybe don't focus on the things that, is going to make you feel a certain way, and just focus on what actually is.